Scrap Mechanics, welcome to a brand new Scrap Mechanic video. Now, over the past month or so, I'll admit I've been a little bit lazy at making my own Scrap Mechanic creations, and I feel terrible about this. A lot of you have been requesting for me to create my own creations again and stop chasing other people's as much, and the truth is, I've been lacking a little bit of passion, lacking a little bit of inspiration in building things. But I think I've finally come up with an idea of something that is gonna drive me to make some pretty cool stuff, all right? It's gonna be a sort of series of creations, but they're all gonna come together in one big build, and then hopefully I'll plan to upload them so anyone can play with it with their friends or whatever, okay? So I'm hoping that this basically marks the reintroduction of Scrap Mechanic as a series to the channel, and I'm really excited about this. So it's been a little while. My creative juices, I'll admit, aren't 100% on point, but we're still gonna try, and we're gonna try and get back into this creative feeling yet again. So my idea for this little series is basically to create a bunch of small little vehicles, okay? So in each episode, we're gonna create a little set of vehicles. Now, all the vehicles are gonna be somewhat balanced. I'd like for some to have strengths, some to have weaknesses, so they all sort of balance each other out in different regards, right? And then hopefully at some stage during this little series, we'll wrap it up by building a race course in the area, okay? So we're gonna have, maybe 5 or 6 vehicles, maybe more, maybe less. We'll see how it all goes. We'll build a little race course, and then it's all gonna be kind of like a little racetrack type of thing. But you guys are gonna be there while we build stuff. And you guys are gonna be able to suggest, I guess, future little vehicles and stuff that we can make. So we're gonna be starting off with the very first vehicle, and I'm gonna call this one straight out the MEOLA-MOBILE, okay? This is the vehicle number 1. This is my little creation, and what I'm gonna ask you guys to do down below in the comments is suggest the second vehicle. I don't know, if you want to see a bike, if you want to see a bit of like a tiny little unicycle, if you want to see, I don't know, anything. Let me know down below. Let me know of some strengths that it can have. Let me know of some weaknesses. I'd love to have your input, and of course, a name. If you can come up with something and give me a name for it, I think it'll be really cool. Rather than just showing off the community's creations, I can build the community's ideas. I don't know, it's kind of gonna just see how we go, all right? So we're gonna go for sort of a minimalistic approach with these vehicles. I'm thinking a very, very small base. So I'm thinking literally of using one of these new seats, the little 3x4s, I think they are, these ones here. I've never actually built with one, but I'd love to sort of have the focus of these vehicles be rather small. I don't want big bulky cars. I want small little compact things. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's try and work out what sort of base we should go for. I'm honestly thinking of, like, when I say minimalistic, I mean minimalistic. I think literally that is going to be like pretty well the main area of this vehicle. So now we got to work out how we're going to do this, all right? Let's build a little car out of this thing. All right, so I was just having a little bit of a play with certain things that we can do, and I scrapped that all together. So let's go and get this thing going. What do we need? We're going to need bearings. We're probably going to need, suspension can kind of make things a little bit buggy. Maybe we'll leave that off for now. So here we go. How should we begin this? I think we're going to start off with something like, you know what, stuff it. We're gonna include suspension on this. We're gonna include the suspension. And put a little few blocks there, and then another one of these. All right. Now, what this is basically gonna do, let's go and get a controller out. What I'm picturing here, I like to put my controllers on the front, so we're gonna put that there. What I'm thinking is, let's break that off and point that there. Okay, let's go and put these both on about 45 degrees. About 45 degrees. There we go. Okay. Now, this isn't gonna sit 100% right now. I got a better idea. It's gonna have multiple modes, okay? So one of these modes is going to be like so. Except we're gonna have to go another block here. No, we're not. It's gonna go bearing and bearing. It's gonna go block and block. And then bearing, and wheels. Where are our wheels at? We're gonna go little tiny wheels, okay? Can we raise this up? How is this not on the lift? I thought we had it on a lift. We're gonna put a wheel there and a wheel there. Now, this is already getting a little bit bigger than I originally anticipated. You know what I think we gotta do? We're gonna bring this in 1 block shorter. Okay, now that is a little bit more like it. Let's go and see if this thing actually works before we do anything. So blue that way, and that way looks good to me. Okay, now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna leave all those as is, but we're gonna go 30, 30, 30, 30, and some of these are actually pointing the wrong way. We're gonna go like that. Yes. Yes, that is right, actually. Okay, let's go and attach a switch to this thing. And we'll see how it all holds together. And by pressing that... Not what I had in mind. Not what I had in mind at all. I think these are actually the wrong way, like I said. So let's just turn that. And turn that. Okay, now the question is, will this drive? Because, oh, actually, what we're going to do, let's hook this up with our wheels. Because what I'm curious about... Oh, wait, no. Oh, snap. We have messed up. We have messed up. You can see how long it's been since I built something. So I've had to mix this up a little bit more than I originally intended to. But I think this should just about work, all right? Let's go and hop on and see how we go. Okie dokie. We're going to have to remove a couple of blocks because that turning isn't actually too ideal. Let's go and hit this switch, though. And do we go into good driving mode? Let's see if we can turn like this. This is a rather interesting vehicle. This turning mechanic could actually work in its favor. But let's go and break these off just in case, okay? Okay, now we're seeing something. Now we're seeing some improvements. So as you can see, turning functionality is actually there. Now we just got to work on the back of the vehicle, all right? Now we got to work on the back. In fact, real quick, one thing we should probably check out. Does this work? Or does this buckle as well? No. That's actually not too bad. All right, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with where we've come so far. It's an interesting looking vehicle, but I'm happy to go with it. Let's see how we go now. We're gonna break these here off. I think we're gonna use some of these little parts here. Now, what don't we need right now? Probably don't need any switches for the time being. Let's go and throw this on. Now, what if we were to come back like this? Let's actually put it up on the lift. That's where it's supposed to be. In fact, look how close. Ooh. I don't even know if that will actually work. Okay. What if we have it like so? We're going to put a block here. No, not there. Up a little bit higher. We're going to go one there. One there. We're going to put a bearing. We're going to put a wheel. Or is this maybe too close to the rest of the vehicle? Yeah. It's sitting on those two bottom blocks down there. One option we do have is replacing those with some of these. Or we can make it purely drivable from this mode here. And right now we can't move because we don't have an engine. So let's go throw an engine on and let's just see how this thing actually rolls. Let's see how this thing actually moves. Let's connect that to that, that to that, and that to that. We're gonna turn that like that. And how, oh, we gotta power it. Of course we gotta power it as well. Now let's see where this thing actually moves to. It's not too bad. It moves. It's controllable. But the wheels are too close in. And the problem is, when we go and drop into like lowrider mode, it actually still goes. That's not what I was expecting to happen, to be honest. That actually worked out a little bit better than expected. Let's go and lift her up. And let's make some adjustments to it. Because right now it's looking quite weird. Very, very weird. What if we were to put some big wheels on the back of it? Is there any way we could fit some big Tonka truck tires on the back of this thing? I'm talking like, maybe not quite that. Maybe not quite that. So how does this look? It looks like a tractor. That's what it looks like. I think we've actually unbalanced this a little bit. I need a bigger hotbar. I'm running out of stuff. What if we go something a little bit like this? I know it looks like a tractor, but let's see how it goes. What's not attached? Oh yeah, that's all good. That's all good. Okay. So as far as steering goes, guess it moves all right. We're going to go into this mode for its full functionality though. And this thing actually doesn't move too bad. This thing doesn't move too bad. It's actually really easy to control. Let's see how it goes if we go and crank out the engine a little bit further. Because this is where we might start to lose a little bit of control. Yeah, as I suspected. So I guess as a top speed, this thing isn't going to be too favorable. We're going to have to lower it quite a little bit. Oh, it lifts up. Okay, well, it looks like the optimal speed of this vehicle right now is going to have to sit at about this bar, which is good, Oh, I completely forgot to lift the wheels up when I was trying it those two times. But this is a good speed. This is a good speed. I like this, all right? So the vehicle's coming along. It's still quite an odd build for sure. But let's see what we can do with it right now. I kind of want to have a little play. This is where it gets fun. This is where we start working on the aesthetics of it. The fun part. Where we get to, you know, play with what the thing actually looks like. So, I'd love to sort of go something a little bit weird and random. Something where it's sort of kind of... Oh, yeah, that's not going to work now, is it? That's not going to work at all. Let's lift that up one more. And what if... Like that. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Okay. 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 Now we're onto something here. Now we are... Okay, if it lets me... If it lets me move... We're going to place these up a little bit. Oh, no, no, no. Better idea. Better idea altogether. And then it's going to maybe come across. Like this a little bit. Come on. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I can dig this. I can dig this. I think we've got to go one more further. Or do we? Or do we? I don't think we actually do. No, we don't. Oh no, we've broken it off. But, do you know what we can do now? Do you know what we can do now? I haven't actually used this like in a proper way yet. We can get this new weld tool. We just got to pick up what part we want to use. Did we pick it up? Oh, we did. There we go. And what? Can we just place it there? Oh, why not? Oh, we're just getting... Okay. Is it still... Okay, no, we got to pick it up again. And how do we flip it? Oh. We got to put it down. We've got the wrong side of it. Let's try that one more time. I mean, it's not quite what I had in mind. But... we might actually be onto something here. From making a mistake, we may have just increased what this vehicle, like the true potential of this vehicle. It's got to make sure this thing points the right way. Let's go and get it on its lift, okay? Let's go and get it on its lift. This is the thing, and this is the lesson I want to teach everybody today. Just because something isn't like 100% right or exactly how you wanted it, doesn't mean that it's going to be terrible. I mean, look at this. This isn't exactly what I was going for. But I'm actually really happy with how this is turning out right now. I think with the nice coat of paint, this is going to look amazing. This is going to look really, really nice. I broke it again. I broke it. Okay, we finally got that back on. That was a little bit more difficult than I was expecting it to be. But we got there eventually. So let's go and finish this thing off. When it fits the right way. Oh, that's why. We got to place it against this one. There we go. Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's all done all the way around now. Let's go and box this up just a tad. Like that. And I like that. So now what we're going to do is do pretty much the same thing on the opposite side. I know it's looking funny, but it's all coming together. So as you can probably tell, guys, I got a different change of clothes on. That's because a few days have passed since the first part of this video. I actually got interrupted while I was recording that video and unfortunately didn't get to finish it all in one sitting. But since then, I've worked on it a little bit further and the vehicle is nearly complete. I'm really excited to show you guys what I've been working on. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is where we are currently at. I know it has changed a lot since I last showed you. A lot. But you can probably see that there's the same general sort of design going on. We had these little like scoop things going over the wheels and they're still there. What I've actually done though is basically thrown a whole ton of spikes all over it. Yeah, it's pretty basic either way. Basically a lot of it is just visual type of stuff. It's all pretty much the same. I moved the motor to the front so that it's heavier at the front and it doesn't just lift up on itself. We got these big wheels at the back and they're really cool. And we've kind of got this little bit of a scoop down the back here. Now this is sort of like a balancing thing. Just in case you do give it too much power and it sort of lifts up, it does sort of bottom out a tiny little bit, but it's nothing too drastic. I also went and I flipped around these wheels. So I don't know if you can remember, but originally they sort of sat out backwards a little bit more. I've actually turned them around to face forwards. So the vehicle is one block longer than it originally was, but it's still compact, it's still small, and it still sort of fits that rough sort of size that I was originally going for, which I'm really, really happy with. Let me show you guys how this thing handles, right? So this is it. It's nice and small, nice and compact. It's really, really cool. It makes weird noises when we drive, and I'll show you that in just a moment, all right? So let's take it for a bit of a drive. Speed-wise, it's pretty basic. Can you hear that scraping? And there we go. As you can see, we pick up too much speed, and we start to level out a bit. Turning is really nice on it. The sort of disadvantage of this vehicle is when we get too fast, steering becomes quite difficult. So it's like a really sort of difficult car to maneuver. You really want to slow down around corners. And like I said earlier, I want these vehicles to have sort of pros and cons. And as you can see, if you take a corner too hard, you're going to flip the vehicle too. So like I said, yeah, I want these vehicles to have sort of pros and cons and different abilities. This one here, it's a quite speedy vehicle. Unfortunately, its con is that if you're going too fast, the handling gets a bit out of control. I don't know, maybe it'd be cool to like create a vehicle eventually that has like a flipping mechanism so that if it does flip, it can just flip itself back over. Things like that are the type of things I kind of want to give vehicles in this sort of like little race map that we're building here to give them a unique feel and a unique sort of, I guess, ability. So yeah, this is where we're at the moment. Let's go and add some finishing touches to it. We got to finish a little bit of a paint job on here. We got to touch up these little front parts here. Unfortunately, we can't paint suspension. We just got this yellow suspension and a yellow seat. Oh wait, hold on. We can't color that. Oh, what color? Hold on, we'll get back to that. Let me go and color these two here. I'm not entirely sure what color we should make the oh, what did I just do? What color even was that part? Okay, it was red. I'm not entirely sure what color we should make our wheels. White actually looks... Oh, yeah, dude, white. White's probably the one color I hadn't tried up until now. But, dude, that looks cool. That looks really, really nice. In fact... How does that look? It adds, like, another color to the mix. We've got black, gray, and white, and then red. It kind of makes it look a little bit different, and I really like that. How about if we throw some white down the bottom here? That might... No, I don't know. Oh, is that too much? Is it just the right amount of difference? Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I like that. So yeah, as you can see, this is where we're sort of at the moment. We got to balance this out a little bit. In fact, I'm going to keep that one there gray. I think that one looks better gray. It's a darker gray. No, that's black. But even black looks cool there. Stuff it. We'll leave it as black. Yeah, this is where we're at. This is vehicle number 1. This is the MEOLA-MOBILE. It's really cool. I like it. I'm still, yeah, I might make some, you know, alterations to it between now and when I don't know, as I work on the other vehicles, because I imagine balancing is going to be quite difficult, having all the vehicles quite balanced with their different sort of abilities and different features and different sort of top speeds and accelerations and handling abilities and stuff like that. But I really hope you like it. So now's when I need you guys to help me out. I need suggestions. I need ideas. I don't know, your own creations. Maybe eventually we'll hold a competition where you guys can actually design your own vehicle and I'll like include it in the map. That'd be pretty cool, I think. Something like that. So, guys, I really hope you like this idea. I really hope you like this creation. I need your help. Down below in the comments, I want you guys to leave suggestions for your own unique ideas for creations that we can build. Maybe it's a motorbike. Maybe it's a hover bike. You know, give me a name. Give me some colors. Kind of explain it to me. Explain your little idea. But keep it nice and compact. I'm not sure how big this one here is. It's basically the seat, which is, I don't even know. Let's count. Let's actually count how long this is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks long and wide. I guess it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a 10 by 10. So this one here is 10 blocks wide by 10 blocks long. If you keep it roughly, it could be smaller, it could be bigger, it could be absolutely anything. But I'd like to get some sort of viewer contribution and you guys to sort of have a say in how these things plan out. Guys, I really hope you guys enjoy this and I'm really looking forward to this little series that we're going to be doing on the channel. If you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and punch that thumbs up. Make it rain those thumbs ups. Guys, I'm really looking forward to this. Really excited about it. And I'm pretty sure I'll have another one of these videos up before the end of the week. That's right. Scrap Mechanic is going to be back into one of my major video slots on the channel, and I'm really excited about it. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Bye for now.
Just wanna move with you out on the floor.